Hey, what's going on, everybody? Gaijin Guinea Pig here. And first of all, I hope you had a wonderful Halloween. And second of all, Alkaline Trio have released another music video. This is the third of the 3 songs where they teamed up with Travis Barker, who helped with the production of these songs. Yes, it is just a coincidence that I am wearing a Blink-182 hoodie, but it somehow feels fitting given the history of these 2 bands. And I believe this song, Surprise Surprise, I believe they released the video for this on October 31st, Halloween, which is very on brand for Matt Skiba and company, given their love and reverence for all things sort of dark, spooky, macabre, etc. Now, this is, like I said, the 3rd song where they worked with Travis Barker. You know the history. We don't need to go into it. The first track was Bleeding Out. Then we had Oblivion. Now we have Surprise Surprise. Just being totally honest, when I heard the other 2 tracks, I didn't necessarily think, oh, wow, listen to that heavy Travis Barker influence. It didn't really hit me in that way. I just felt like, yeah, these are really good Alkaline Trio songs. I love this band. These are more good songs from this band. Okay, that's good enough for me. But that being said, yeah, they sound good. So whatever they're doing it right. I have to assume that Surprise Surprise is going to be equally as enjoyable as the first 2 singles or the first 2 releases. And the only way we're going to know, the only way we're going to find out is watching this music video together. And I did see the thumbnail. They got the spooky makeup on. I love it. I already miss Halloween. Let's get into it.
Surprise, surprise, I couldn't sleep last night. Wide awake staring at the moon.
God, I love Matt's voice.
Surprise, surprise, I lost my appetite. My morning star rose for me too soon. Time it flies on by like an F-18, then leaves us screaming in the sun. The sky, it tries to watch over everything, making no sense of what we've become. And when your world is void of everything, watch life go by like passing cars. As it twirls, the noise can be deafening. Watch out for the stars. Watch out for the stars.
Okay, not what I expected, but yeah, I am loving this.
Surprise, surprise, I just couldn't smile today. Was up the whole night counting stars. Surprise, surprise, I feel like I lost my way. Buried beneath these mounting scars.
Great lyrics.
And when your world is void of everything, watch life go by like passing cars. As it twirls, the noise can be deafening. Watch out for the stars. Watch out for the stars. No, I can't just look it up.
Okay.
Already guilty of just good enough. I was supposed to be on watch, sat still and I dozed off. I let the monsters march right in, and the beat keeps happening. And when you were
Oh, wow.
everything,
Not the dual vocals.
watch life go by like passing cars. watch out for the stars. And when your world is void of everything, watch life go by like passing cars. And as it twirls, the noise can be deafening. Watch out for the stars. Watch out for the stars.
Hey, bravo. What a beautiful ballad from the boys. Alkaline Trio, Surprise, Surprise. Again, not what I expected. I guess you could say it was a surprise, but just a beautiful song. I have to wonder, as I'm watching the video, if the sort of inconsistencies with the continuity of the background in the video, like sometimes there's a red sparkly backdrop, sometimes the Alkaline Trio logo is hanging, then it drops. If all those jump cuts are deliberate, I have to assume that they're deliberate because they're so glaring, but it is something I noticed and it just made me go, But okay, the song itself, of course, Matt Skiba often is referred to as the frontman for Alkaline Trio. He does a lot of the heavy lifting in terms of vocals and lyrics and everything, but let's not sleep on Dan, okay? Dan's vocals, equally as amazing, just a completely different style, a tone that gets your attention immediately. He's got a very unique voice, but it also a fantastic voice. And I am a huge sucker for when there's multiple vocalists in a band and they trade off vocals in the same song. You know, Blink-182 does this as well. They did it more in the past, I want to say, than some of their more recent songs, but they still do it. I love it. The Lawrence Arms, I love when they do it as well. Other bands do it in different genres. It's just a cool thing when you have multiple people in the band doing vocal duty. And I do wish that some of these bands would incorporate it into more songs instead of it just being like Matt song, Matt song, Matt song, Dan, Matt song, Dan. You get what I mean? But who knows? I feel that way because it is used so sparingly. But maybe if it were a more common thing, maybe I would want to go back to the old style. And, you know, too much of a good thing could sometimes be a bad thing. Maybe it is nice that it is just a little treat every now and again. Who knows? But regardless, I really love the dual vocals in this. And again, I wasn't expecting it. I thought it was just going to be a Matt song. But when Dan came in on the bridge, it just added this whole different like layer of haunting melody to the track. And I did Google the song before I checked out the video, and I got a little insight as to the meaning of the song, and I'll share it with you, dear viewer. So Matt Skiba said that this song was inspired and written for a friend of his that grew up poor and entrenched in gang life. But they grew up, they got out of it, they became a Navy SEAL, they eventually became an astronaut. Hello, who the hell is this super person? It's his story combined with Matt's own thoughts regarding how a sort of alchemy takes place when someone takes those experiences of a bad situation and is able to turn them into something profound and beautiful. So yeah, that is a hell of a story. That's a beautiful thing when you can turn your life around or your circumstances around from something negative into a wonderful, prosperous life. He also says the rough sketch of the song really only had the verse and the chorus parts with no bridge, and then that was written by Dan Andriano to the rescue in the studio. This song was the last one of the three they did in the session with Travis Barker, and they said was even more of a collaboration and studio creation than the previous two tracks. Well, again, hearing this song, I don't think I thought of Travis Barker and his influence or his production once. I think I was just really entrenched into the song, really captivated by it. A beautifully haunting ballad, which was unexpected and really delightful to hear. But what did you think? Alkaline Trio, surprise, surprise. I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. Also, ways to support the channel are listed in the description, including Patreon, where I'm doing full album reactions, and I do appreciate your support there. But as always, thank you so much for helping my small channel grow. Thank you for watching this video, and I will catch you in the next one.